Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Because I can just drive it round three sides and we do go fairly fast. Let's just get that last little bit of grain here, I want all of it. And what I'll do here, so that combine there, he's busy, he's almost done now. He hasn't got a lot left to go and do. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to bring you down there, and I'm going to park you under that spout right there a second, and then I'm going to go straight over to you. We'll pick that up in a minute. We won't pick that up just yet. Because we're almost done with our harvest, so we'll pick it up with the stayer rather than using this tractor, because then this one can carry on and do the raking. So we'll get up here and we'll do the raking up here. See, I like the fact that the small tractor is able to pull this rake. It's just a lot more convenient doing it with this tractor because this one can move so much faster. Right? This genuinely does run a whole lot better. Right, let's unfold here. Now, which way round was it going? It was this way. We do need to go this way because then it sort of pushes it into the middle. And I want to bring you just in here a bit so that I don't mess that up right at the beginning. Dump you down there like that. And then go like this. Now, really, I want to do two passes along this bottom end in order to keep that looking neat and tidy there. And also, I think it's gonna be easier for the rake itself. Like, if I go like that, and then I run the second pass down here so that I'm well away from the rest of the crop, just that little action like that should keep the rest of the straw out of the way and keep it all neat and tidy. So if I pick you up there, and then I go up to this side of the field, and I will do one single pass down this side of the field. Bring you over here like this, just to get you off the road over there, like that. So I'll do a pass down the side of the field down here, like this. Helper G has got a nearly full grain tank. The other helper is probably going to not fill the grain tank at all. I think he's probably doing the final pass now, because it doesn't look like it's filling up as fast as the first one. Or maybe he is. Oh, I don't know. It's going to finish in a minute. Yeah. That also is not very helpful with the blockage here. Let me move out of the way if I can. Let's just get you out of the way over there, and you are turning round and getting that last little bit of grain. Now, are you going to go all the way down across the field or not? Curious if you're going to go all the way. You're not going to go all the way down across the field. You're simply going to stop there and say that you're finished. So I want to manually just race you up across here a second. Get that bit there. And that's it then for this one. Hasn't got any more. Right, let's start you up like that. That should take... Yeah, that's close. If that's not actually getting the whole lot, then it's close enough for me to be happy with that. So we'll run you in like that, and then we'll bring you back over here. You've got room going down the side of the field over there for some. I'm going to leave it, though. You have left another little tiny patch. You know what? I'm going to leave that combine. I'm not actually going to start it yet. I want to just sort out the rake at the top so that we can have that one raking. And then we'll be able to go and get stuff off of it in a bit. So let's just leave you there a second and then go up to you. Start you up again. And then bring that down here like this. Round the corner we go. So yeah, I want to just bring this one across and then do another pass going back through exactly the same as I did down the other end. And what I'm hoping is that that is going to just leave us a bit that's kind of, we're able to leave that looking reasonably neat and tidy, so that when the hired help is running, it's gonna mostly avoid what I've done down here. That's what I want it to do. I want it to avoid everything down here. There's one little tiny bit there, but yeah. It should, when it gets down to this end of the field, not go right to the very edge of it all. That's what I'm hoping it'll do. It may not quite work out like that, and it may decide that it wants to lift up and then go on further and then drop down and like do something with these rows here, but I'm really hoping that it decides that that's actually a really foolish move and it doesn't want to do that. Now I'm going to bring you out a little bit like that, so that we make sure that we get everything all the way down through there. And then if I press H, you should go right the way down and pick up all of that little squiggle as well. Right the way through there, the bit that's sticking out off the side of the crop. And that one there as well. Okay, yep, we'll leave you going. You are going to be fine. You shouldn't drive into that. Oh, actually, we'll just have a look and see what it's going to do here. Is it going to try and drive into that tree? It shouldn't do. That shouldn't be any kind of a problem. So he's going to get to there. He's going to pick up. And he is ignoring that little bit on the end of the field. Is he going to ignore it also when he comes back in and he comes up over to there? Yes, he is. He's going to get to this point here, and then he's going to drop in. Right, well, so far so good. Whether or not it'll keep doing that, I don't really know. You are fine, and so are you. You know what? I'm going to leave that one for a second, and I'm going to go over to this tractor, and then I'm going to go and park this one just underneath that combine for a bit, so that we can unload some of that grain. And then this combine here that I've got, I'll use that one just to get this little... You know, I'm going to have to go and get wheel weights on this tractor. All right, we're not heavy enough. That's half... I mean, yeah, the fact that I'm filling up the back trailer all the time, so I've got the heavy weight way back, that's probably pushing me around a bit. I don't know how much the physics do dictate that that does happen, but I'm guessing maybe they do have some impact on it. So let's get you emptied. That one's away. There he goes. I'll move this one out of it. If you come out over here, like that, and then I can go to this combine right here, get that little patch of crop just there, which is left for... That was when the combine came up and then had to do an emergency stop because someone was parked in the middle of the crop. I don't know who it was. No clue who that might have been. We'll just pretend that he was called George, and we've never seen him since. Yeah, it's nothing to do with us, nothing to see here, folks. It was absolutely nothing to do with us whatsoever. So I want to bring you out like this now, because it was a bit wiggly coming down this side as well. If I step it out from the bottom end here, I'm hoping that that will have it just right once it gets all the way up through. It does look like it's going to be okay, I think, I hope. Right, so you can keep going. I've got these here. Now, I've got enough money that I can get rid of all of these. That one's boxed in a bit at the minute. Not that I can actually go and do much with them, but, you know, I am going to want to do... This is exactly what I was afraid that it might try and do. Alright, that's exactly what I thought that it might end up trying to do. I can't believe you went and did that. I'm so disappointed. You were doing so well. Let's bring you... I sort of want to bring you out to about this point. I think I want you out far enough. Right, let's try that again, shall we? We'll bring you up here. You drop in and you want to go up that way. Now, I'm hoping that it doesn't actually attempt to turn turn left at the end of the field, that would be a little bit of a jolly nuisance. We need really to have the forage wagon come up and just pick up the bits of straw on the end of the row. I mean, I suppose actually the better option would be if I didn't have, don't have the combine go around the outside of the field first. Just have the combine run right round the whole thing. Now, you come up through this way. And naturally, you're going to turn in completely the wrong direction because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you think that this was the side of the field that I want you working? Makes perfect sense for you to go in the opposite direction, doesn't it? Yeah, perfect sense. You go there. Well, Sabetanit tries to do the same again and starts just working that one windrow down at the very bottom end. I reckon he probably will. I reckon he's probably that daft. I mean, I love the fact that the windrows are so few and far between here. This rake is good. I mean, this whole merge max thing is absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful piece of kit. But, yeah, the same can't be said for the person driving it. There's some definite issues there. Now, are you going... What? Why? Why would you possibly think that you have to go that way? You know what? I'm just going to have to set him going. Actually, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. This is... No, actually, that's probably a disaster waiting to happen if I try and do it over there as well. Why he's having to go like this, I don't really know, but... You know, there doesn't seem to be any way of forcing a direction change for hired help in this game, and that's something that really, really does irritate me. When you've got a problem with, like, a windrower doing something like this, there doesn't actually seem to be a way to force a correction on it. I can't force him to turn to the right down at the bottom of the field. He keeps wanting to go that side. So unless I actually get up here with a forage wagon and I collect that bit of crop, then he is going to keep doing that. He's going to keep turning that way. And I suspect it's because the end of the windrow there is slightly further up than the end of the windrow on this side. Oh! Now he's going the right way. Oh, ideal. Right. Yeah, well, we'll let you carry on now. You've decided that you're going to behave yourself. I'm happy with that. Quite happy. I'm more than happy to have you behaving yourself up through there. Now, it is 16:55. It's starting to get towards night time, so as soon as we've finished this combining, I'm voting that we skip the night, and then we can worry about picking up the straw and doing the planting and stuff first thing in the morning. That would definitely be an easier way of going about this, if we do it like that. Oh. Was it? If I plant, I think I don't know if I can put fertilizer down and then plant over the top of the fertilizer. I didn't last time. I ended up it just kind of ran with it as it was, didn't it? And then I didn't bother with it, and then I did fertilizer. I did all of the fields with fertilizer after they'd had one growth stage on the crop. And so I'm kind of thinking that I don't really want it to do that this time. I'm going to try just doing what we'll do the little tiny field. We'll do that as a little experimental piece. We'll throw a bit of fertilizer onto the small field, see how that works. So you know what, you can just literally stay right there. And we can go and just check on you up here. Now, you are actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is fan-schmastic. I like that. That's good. A little bit messy there in places, but that's fine. We can live with that. So then over here, the combine is moving. That one's going to go up across the field. I'm kind of thinking that I don't need both combines going anymore. Kind of thinking that... Oh no, we will. We'll let both combines run. I was just sort of thinking, you know, if I stopped one combine now, maybe that would be a better thing to do. But I don't think that would actually be a better thing to do. I'll go and catch this one up, and I can unload this one as we head down across the field here. And that means that he won't be stopped and waiting, which will speed up things just a little tiny bit. And then I can go and get the forage wagon. We still got that huge... We'll pick up the windrow and stuff in the morning. We'll start doing the forage wagon work in the morning. I do want to change over those seed drills. I'm going to keep the same seed drill. Like, the direct drill at that size is brilliant. I just want to speed them up. I want faster seed drills. I think it's going to be better if they go quicker. If we can have them planting at a reasonable speed, that would be much more reasonable, I feel. Are you empty yet? There we go. Right, you're just fine on there. And then... Right, that other combine, he's going to come back over this side. So I'm going to cut across the crop like that. Right in front of him. He's going to go up and then whiz down the side of the field down here. We will empty this one out, and then that will be this combine's final pass on the field. It won't need to do any more than that. The other combine, that one can be used just to finish everything off in here. Now I'm up to there. Right, so I have got a couple little... There's going to be the odd spot that is going to be missed. Now, I noticed last time I did this that it got to the end of the row and then it decided it was going to start sort of working back across all the rows. Going in completely the opposite direction. So I don't know. No, he's actually going to stop where he should. That's good. That is really, really good. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this one down to the next field. And I'm not going to do what I did up here. I'm not going to do a double pass on it because it sort of seemed to just make a bit of a pig's ear of the whole job. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a single pass along the top edge of the field over on this side. Okay, now you are... let me... We'll get to that one. I need to go to you. And I need to chase that combine down there. He's completely full now. I need to empty him out a bit. The other combine is going to come up, and then they're both going to stop, and they're both going to say, look, can't do this anymore. It's just too much pressure. I can't cope with it. Can you please not force me to go and do this kind of job? I really can't cope with it. So I will bring you over to this point right here. And I noticed that he does actually drive into that combine before he stopped. Let's pull you out this way a little bit like that. Why have you... Oh, I know why you've stopped. They do this. It's really weird. Right, they will stop when the hired help is there. Start that one up. They'll stop because there's another trailer behind. They want to tip into that one, but they can't because they're not quite far enough back to be able to reach it. So then they'll just kind of stop and not do anything. Right, you going fine, and then I can bring you out over this way and drop you into there, and you go on and do that bit, so you'll finish up your run. And you over here, you should be finished. Yeah, he's thinking about reversing all the way across the field to go and get that one, and I'm not really interested in it doing that, so I'm going to go over to here. I got 36,000 litres of barley. I'm not going to get everything into this trailer in order to be able to make the final delivery. So the little tiny bit that's left in the back combine, that is all going to be tipped into the silo, and that will wait until next time. So I've got you right here. Let's start you up and bring you on up. So I've got 4,000 litres in here. We're probably going to have like 2,000 litres of grain left. Not worth taking a trip all the way down to the restaurant to do that, but I do want to make one final delivery of barley tonight to go and unload that bit, And then our next crop that we're going to be doing is oats, and the best price we've had for them so far is 2,146, which is way up. Like the central grain elevator, we got 1,600 up there, but so we can do better than that. Let's get this one in over around like that. And start unloading that bit into there. Okay, there's that. And then you can go this way. I'm going to drive you in round this way, and I will drive you into the workshop, and we will also do some repair work on this one, just to make sure that everything is all tickety-boo and wonderful. It may not be tickety-boo and wonderful, but we're hoping that it will be, so I will, well, there's no reason that it shouldn't be at the moment. It should be absolutely fine, but we'll just get you over here, and we give you the once-over with the spanners, and make sure everything is ticking over as it should be. Just bring you over to there like that, and run in round. Right, so repair you. I mean, I suppose actually he will have taken a little bit of a hammering really this time. The speed that he's been driving across the field, it does make sense that we would be getting a little bit more wear and tear on the beast. That does make a lot of sense. That definitely sort of stands to reason, doesn't it? So let's bring you in here. Yeah, I'm not going to bother turning you around this time. I'm just going to leave you there. Like that. And then we're going to go to the other combine. It's over here. Wow. I genuinely didn't expect that. I genuinely didn't expect to have just 500 litres left. Now, I'll do the repair work and stuff on this one in a minute. I'm going to put the rake going, am I? No, I won't worry about putting the rake going just for a minute. We'll get back to the rake in a sec. We've got one more drive to do down across the field. Down to the dealership. So let's just park you there a second. And I'll do the repair here. Yes. And that one. Yes. Like that. And then I will go to you. 42,000 litres here. So we've only got 500 litres of barley left out of all of it. So we got 2 small trailers that we went and sold. That was 20,000. And then we've done this trip twice already, which has earned us, well, it's actually 1,100 per 1,000. So it was more than 20. It was more like 23,000, 24,000. And then these 2 here, we've been getting like 40. It was 49,000, I think it was, for both of these loads. So there's close to 100,000 already. I really do need to get weights on these tires, don't I? On these wheels, sorry. Close to 42,000. Close to 50,000 per load for these right here, which is a huge amount of money. And we've done so. We got 150,000 worth of barley with the 3 loads that we've done here. Plus, we've also had the other ones. I know it's slightly less than that. So if you said that was another 20, 170,000 has come off of this harvest. We got the tractor upgrade. We've got the trailers upgraded. We bought the combine upgrades. We're going faster with those, although we'd already had that. That was like before the beginning of the harvest. We've got the... well, I haven't done it yet, but I've got the seed drills we are going to be upgrading. We're going to be swapping those over fairly soon, and I think, you know, swapping the other ones over is going to be a no-brainer. We'll be able to do that. And then we'll also be able to change out the forage wagon and also the... Yeah, right there. See, this is where I'm going really, really... Like, it's pushing me around a lot. When I do that, there... Right, look at that. Look at that nosedive right there. That ain't quite right, is it? That ain't quite right. It's not supposed to do that. It's really not. So let's get that one tipping there, and I get the back one tipping as well. There we go. Get them both tipping, and then we can go back down onto the ground. So we get both of these out, and that's going to be another close to 50,000 euros added to the kitty. Right there, 47,187 euros in total. So yeah, we've had close to 170,000 from this particular harvest. Now that is interesting. I didn't realize that those were close enough that they actually ran into each other. See, once we move, like, when we move away from them, they'll basically just despawn and sort themselves out like that. But when we're up close like this, all the traffic will just queue up there beside it, and it will cause itself a little bit of a headache. I didn't realize it was doing that. Now, as we are finished on this, we're just driving back. I think we will speed time up a little bit so that we can get to like 7 o'clock so that we can go to sleep. We'll do the sleepy bye-byes bit right now, and then we can carry on with doing our raking, and we can also put this tractor straight onto the forage wagon and start doing some work with that. We first of all need to pick up the giant swath that we've got, and then we can start working on the other fields. The biggest issue I think that we're going to have is that I was just wondering, I was sort of thinking the biggest issue that we're going to have is going, like, the distance, travelling between two. But we do have a reasonable capacity on the forage wagon, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. And we should be able to get through the job quite quickly. I'm kind of hoping that we can. If we can clear this field off down here and we get another field cleared off as well, that will also mean... Right, we've reached 7 o'clock there. That should also mean as well that we'll be able to... Let's bring you in here. You know, as soon as we get one, we can get the seed drill going. So we need to do the whole changey over bit with the seed drills. And potentially the tractor. So the other thing that I want to do is I wanted to get these seed drills here, pull them out of the shed, and empty out the stuff that we've got in them. Because otherwise it's kind of wasted. I've got all of that grain in there. It's grain and seed. So we'll bring you out here like this, and then just press I like that, and that empties it out. And then if I... Actually, I don't need to worry too much about that. So I'll go here like this, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And it's not that one that I want, it's that one. I will reset you to the shop like that. There. Then I will go to the Fiat in here. And I'll bring that one out. Now, we've got to remember, we're not planting barley this time. We're planting oats, and that's going to be the last straw crop that we plant for a little bit. We probably won't be starting on cows, though, until after we have... No, I don't want to be in that tractor, do I? I won't let you reset if you're in the tractor. So I want to reset that one. Yes. And I want to reset that one right there, like that. Okay. Then we will go to the shop like this. And we will take both of these and we will sell them. Yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember now. I genuinely can't remember. Oh, yeah, this will be the last straw is going to be the next one, and people were saying last time round that, you know, maybe I ought to seriously consider saving some. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below, you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well, that would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, this is Frithgar, goodbye, and see you later.